those hot topics.
Shalom.
Face Off on
Shabbat
One Soul
shalom.
starts right now.
Check this out.
In our first round, the horrors of being a whore. An Australian woman says she's being slut-shamed for having sex with 300 men in 1 year. While she says she
Yes,
feels
you
empowered.
have sex with all those men.
Here's
Yes,
Charles Big
you
Angry
deserve that.
Adams.
You deserve to be slut
I
shamed.
really only agreed to this story
Slut-
because I wanted
slut
to hear
shame.
your take on this woman, because I imagine
This
you'll
world got
condemn
it
her to
twisted,
some
man.
degree.
If a woman have sex
And
with
this
more
woman,
than
Annie Knight,
2
26
men,
years old, she went on an
you already
Australian
there.
show called the Kyle and Jackie O Show and talked about, the quotes were, "Sex makes me feel good. It's meant to make you feel good. I felt empowered afterwards. The messier the sex, the
that's what
better."
you should have a damn
And then
husband
she
for.
talked about having sex with 300 men. And when I heard this,
Then-
initially,
and then
I
when
just
they
thought
get a
she
husband,
was a
they
regular
complain
old
about,
woman
oh, it's
on
too
the
much
street that
sex.
just decides that
But here it is, they
she
want to sleep
likes
with
the
Tom, Dick,
feeling
and
of
Harry,
sex. I think
Larry,
we can
Earl,
agree that
and
sex
Jamal,
does, in
man.
fact, feel good. And, now I think sex with 300 people seems like you're probably going to end up with a rash or something worse. Worker. It turns out she's got an OnlyFans. It turns out she films a lot of her sex. And it turns out she's making a good living doing it. I don't think it's something I would want for any of my loved ones or anyone in my family, but I don't begrudge a woman.
Too late.
There's a lot of women not making any money on OnlyFans. It can be very exploitative and ruin people's careers. You heard me talk about the police officer. But at the end of the day, I still support her freedom to do it. And I don't care, but I gotta hear your take.
Charles, we are both fathers of girls. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When I read this story, I said to myself, I can only imagine how a father must feel. It used to be a time in this country to where we would define female empowerment by making great academic advancements in the name of women. Being the first black, white female astronaut. Being the first woman to
Yeah, brother, line look like the Mississippi River. You
being
heard
the
that
first woman
long?
to develop some type of scientific medical device that treats people that they didn't have before. But now we're defining female empowerment with some of the most distasteful, disgraceful things that the human mind can imagine. For this woman to say she slept with 300 men and to be proud of it, says she's absolutely mentally and spiritually
That's the
bankrupt
American
and
woman
dead.
for you.
For this
She
woman
Australian, but
to
that's
talk
the
about
mind of
that,
American
the
women.
messier the
They
sex is,
brag
the
and
better.
boast on
What
sleeping with
man
a
can
lot of
have
men.
sex with her and enjoy himself?
They
Because
start
he
in
got
middle
time forward
school.
to his
That's
back,
when they
hopefully
start,
don't
in
follow
middle
you.
school.
I'm sure you could take a wide
Then
diesel
once they
truck,
get
put
to
it up
high
in there,
school,
turn
to
it
college,
around, bring it all the way back out,
they
never
just-
touch
they
the
just
curb,
have
dealing
so
with her.
much
And yes, she
so-called
want to call
fun in
herself empowered. This is disgrace, man. This is shameful.
Right.
And I would, if I saw this woman, I'd put on a hazmat suit. Because only God knows she's a walking STD. She's an absolute freak of nature to walk around.
Freak of
and
nature.
happy to say she slept with all the men. I'd put on a hazmat suit and put like it's the height of COVID if I saw her and walk the other way. I can only
Yeah, he won't
imagine
laugh,
how
look.
painful it
The
is
white
for
boy
her
won't laugh
family
again.
to have a daughter like this saying things like this. This is not empowerment, man. This is filth, this is indecency, and this is madness.
But I will, to some degree, I've always wondered what men did to manipulate women into thinking being naked
Oh,
in
Lord.
public was
Blaming the
empowering.
man.
Or what
He one of them ones.
Sex in the City, just sleeping with everybody, how that was empowering. Because obviously it's very dangerous for women. The danger
One
of
of them
STDs, the danger of unwanted pregnancies.
Cervical cancer.
There's all these things, right? But at the end of the day, you would not have any of this vitriol and diatribe being directed at a man that did the same thing.
What do you mean?
And that is the grand hypocrisy of the Western society. And if you look, Victorianism and the push for women having different rules applied to their sexuality than men is rooted in gender control. It's rooted in gender dynamics that subjugate women, right? And whether, obviously we see
I ain't gonna watch all of
subjugation
this.
of
Let me
women
see.
now widespread.
It is
And
season
we've been talking a lot about the
season
Middle
1,
East,
episode
the way the
19.
Saudi Arabian government treats
You know what I'm
women is
saying? Just
absolutely
watching it.
despicable. We heard about the
Just watching it.
Iranian
Find it on
girls,
YouTube. I think it's on
the one that
YouTube,
was
too.
killed for not wearing a scarf, and the hundreds that were jailed for protesting it.
Because he just sitting up there
People that lost
trying.
their lives in those protests. We have huge
Justify
swaths
and
of
make
our
loops and all
society
that
that
shit.
still treat women like a second-class citizen. Do I think getting 300 dicks in her in 1 year is probably a good decision? No. But if she's making a good living doing
Look how he
it,
leaning
and then
on.
I'll tell you, you keep talking about her father, it would be my bet that he wasn't involved. And see, that's another thing.
might got a point there.
That's another
You
thing.
might got a point
Men like to tell women how they should be, but we have an epidemic in this country and across the world of men walking away from their responsibilities. And I would posit
Ask them
that if
why
she
they
had a
walked
healthy
away.
relationship with her father,
Why they
she'll
walked
probably have a
away.
different
Say that
mindset
part.
on her
Why?
sexual proclivities. But at the end of the day, who cares?
Let me tell you something the Bible says.
Of course,
Can't
of course,
hurt
either
nobody.
way
Let me tell you something the Bible
response.
says. The Bible says that there is no riches on the earth, in the earth, or in the heavens above that can be compared unto a virtuous woman in the book of Proverbs. The Bible has never
Yeah.
spoke about a virtuous man. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us that a nation can rise no higher than its woman. He went on to say, wherever you see a no good woman, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said she was made that way by no good man. We as men
No,
in
no,
this
don't put
society
that on men,
have
man.
to bear a lot of responsibility
Don't
and
put-
blame
don't put that
of
on
the
men,
mental
man.
and spiritual,
No.
psychological condition of our women who devalue themselves
No,
to this
Jake.
degree, being happy to say she slept with 300 men.
Jake,
That ain't no
you
body
lost
count,
your
that's a
marbles.
mass murder. She committed genocide on men. This is a disgrace and it's shameful. And I'm gonna tell you something, Charles.
That part right.
The woman is the backbone of the family. The woman is
Man,
the
who
backbone
told,
of
who
the
told
nation.
him that? The
If
so-called
this
black
is
woman
what
told
our
him that.
women are going to start
That's why you
looking
got that
as
Mississippi
empowering,
lining, man.
the nation and society will absolutely